Jump over to the NDX. NDX is clearly in that rising mode here. 518 to about 622, and then 810 to 914 is when that dominant low is due. You can see a very large zone up here from 31,529 all the way up to 33,594. Okay, so this is the 78.6 to the 100. That's why it is colored in blue, just as a heads up for those who are new. RS is also firm up, as you can see. Short term, overall translations are about as bullish as you will see them. A right-hand translation off of this intermediate term low. Again, a fast move back to the 78.6. That's something that I think is helpful to monitor, right? You can't wait for the whole cycle to be done prior to looking long. You have to have some early signals of that change. And that happened right here on 4.8. Right away, you should be thinking, hey, there is probably a right-hand translation on that day, which means that that intermediate term low is in. So that's the time to be active. That's the time when a lot of opportunities were all showing up. And we've seen them over time in some of these flags. There were opportunities to belong names like the Mag 7 names, back here. And there even were opportunities in MU, which has been incredible back on that little flag there. So there have been certainly opportunities on the way up. There's clearly not a lot of cross-sector rotation happening, at least as of yet. But there is, and there has been up until this point, a lot of intra-sector rotation, meaning inside of a sector, money is clearly rotating, right? We've seen that during this phase here where the NDX has led. So do we see the RUT start to get a little bit more of a bid? It's only one day, but we're seeing a lot of, I would say, solid action in some of the transports. That's nice to see, right? Because we've been seeing so many names like the railroads, names like Ford and now GM start to show some life. Like that is very good to see because you can only take a certain group up for so long. Now that said, if we see flags in those leaders that have been leaders for months, there are still opportunities until they're not. Until you actually stop seeing new highs. That's the only thing that will actually change the auction. Until then, the auction's higher until said otherwise. So I think that's really important. But right now, some of those names have run a bit too far away from their EMAs, at least for me personally, over this last short stretch here of a few days. So now the eyes start to shift to other things. Hey, what other names are having earnings moves up in flags? We saw that in all of those railroad names. We saw that in URI, which we have a long in now. So those could be opportunities. We'll see, right? But let the market prove itself. But in the interim, there have been opportunities, but you've got to make sure you're in the right sector. Because if you're not, and if you're trying to, find names off lows, generally speaking, it hasn't worked. The only area that really has worked great of late has been in solars, right? Which was a fairly clear opportunity long that we were really hitting on multiple times for our traders in the traders feed on Discord. We highlighted both ENPH twice, and we highlighted First Solar as well. Both names were clear opportunities off of their intermediate term lows, but that's just generally not where we are right now. We are obviously fairly deep in these rising phases. So, that means that you just gotta, in this overall situation, follow those leaders. If they run too far away from their daily EMAs, like some of them have, then you start looking elsewhere. But when they start flagging like they did at the end of last week, right? Those were opportunities in a lot of names. So now we just have to watch to see, do they start forming, lower highs, or what kind of shorter time frame price action do we see? I think that's really what at least I'll be keying on. We've been seeing still a lot of weakness in those banks. Those are not acting well at all. If you think about JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, really just ugly action in a lot of banks. So those are off the radar long, and are really only areas that I think are still okay short. But this is really a have and have not sort of market environment. So you've got to be extremely extremely careful trying to anticipate. You need some kind of upside catalyst behind you, whether that's clear RS, whether that's some kind of earnings gap and flag where it is holding tight at 52-week highs, something clear, because that's the overall environment that we're in. Those are the only names that are really paying right now long, are names with those overall characteristics.